This morning we are here to discuss one key issue. Trivial as you may think, but Charlie, in relationships, say your warrior, say your boyfriend, girlfriend, the mere posting of pictures can create a bit me the tsunami. A bit me the tsunami about. So this morning there's a lady I was sending a message, a voice note that will be playing, and it's creating some serious issues within her relationship. Now you baby say Counsellor Lutterodt, Counsellor, now post me so by force. Is it by force? Anyway, let's go take a listen to what this lady has to say.
I may worry for a better for me, chairman. Within the baby, me cast a feel a pass. Now, my program me follow pa ya me shamo. Now, me worry for in me could not 12 years. Ne do me birthday, announce Mother's Day, announce the anniversary crana. Home post to me. And so, a juma or send ne colleague for Obi dini birthday announce review kosa utimi posti home ba mina me ne partner no de on post me se me di me birthday on post me Mother's Day on post me to ready na me se me de baba tumonim any motive na maka bi ama me na chese ma bobo ho so.
So you hear it ended abruptly because of consent to us. We don't want to play it on radio. But the crux of the matter is that she feels she's not loved enough because for her husband to be posting colleague workers Mother's Day, birthdays near dear, it seems the husband, I say, in plain words, the husband I there say on penal because so penanka for her. So celebrating, or at least for the world to know, and the social media is the ish. So celebrate her by posting her at least graduation when put none of these events cry and the husband they posting. So it's a big deal for her. She feels that perhaps the husband does not love her enough. It's a big deal. And so go on to our Facebook page. Now for message in the bra. Onua 95.1 FM. Alternatively, buzz us on air 05566924445. But let me say a big happy birthday to Pastor Reverend Dr. Jonas Yautete. Reverend Dr. Jonas Yautete. You are the lead pastor of Miracle Temple Assemblies of God Church. This coming through from Doreen Ekwa Efriye. Osi, may God bless and keep you. Say for us, may He answer all your prayers. Amen to that. And to Reverend Dr. Jonas Yautete, you are the lead pastor of Miracle Temple Assemblies of God Church. From your well wishes, the congregation, and especially Madam Doreen Ekuefrie, what's what do ye pa yanko pon around ton super mfungwa brabum. Well, interesting. So Counsellor is already seated. Counsellor, I know we post me kakrawai. Some of you are down for na me Henry.
Martin post to. I send me picture. I say you post to.
So
now that should be now. Be who say post to that picture. I will explain to you why. But at least Dr. Tete, also for Tete, Assemblies of
great
God,
man of God.
Temple. Yeah, I mean he's strong. Very energetic. Yemano awodapa. Yes, Nyankopon kwa tenten. Emano esre se adoma chede nyame de mano. Nyankopon koso no mfa ne nya edwuma se na ese na efata. You can't who can say happy birthday. You can't oba Lauren who can say happy birthday to you as well. Me that say, me that say so ye mommy.
Oh, me throw the picture crowd here too. We need to celebrate him.
Me that say.
We need to celebrate him. Amen. Unsha also.
Efutu ketwa me de kwama ne se. Oba bia oti awade ase. Sua se awade enye forever. A temporary stay.
The institution marriage
is not forever.
According to you.
It's not according to me. The one who installed or started or instituted marriage added a safety valve to it.
So it goes to what we discussed the other time, that in marriage, the permanent
divorce
is divorce. What you said the other time, and it's in the Bible.
Yes, it's biblical and it's legal. So let's learn it. The marriage is not forever. However,
what has it got to do with what we are talking about?
Make hay
while the
sun is shining. The fact that you go to a place and realize that in the dry season, the grass are still greener. There are bills to be paid.
Okay. In the dry season, the grass are still greener. Whereas in other places, the grass has withered. No, where it's greener during the dry season, no, bills are being paid.
Thank you. Hear me. Posting you is important. But I want everyone to know that a true husband doesn't have the wife on the mind when he leaves home, but has the mind of a wife when he gets back home.
Counsellor Nyabotar. Into my breaking. What you are telling us this morning, they say, husband be a wet in the salt in so upia bontia. Neira green in it.
When you know about Ghana, you are not over his mind.
Oh.
You are not over his mind.
Why?
As I sit here, my wife is not my mind. Unfortunately, Nana just left, so you are the one on my mind partially.
Okay.
But immediately Felicia enters, you'll be a thing of the past. So a true, genuine man is influenced by his surroundings. It doesn't change the fact that he doesn't have a wife. Because a man doesn't need a reminder to be told he's married.
Okay.
Because he went to marry. But I want everybody should know that the best way to keep a husband, or one of the ways to keep a husband, is to keep a home.
To keep a home.
That's all. That when a man is coming back to his house, he will find a home in the house.
So, what step it out? Akoye juma hwin nim fifrin or back to be your friend in the house.
Let it be a home. Because a man cannot build a home. A man can build a house. But it is a wife or a woman, a wife that builds a home. And it takes a wife to build a home as compared to a woman. Women destroy homes, but wives build homes.
Hey, Mebo. Oh yeah, mamin view of Kakra. If you are saying women destroys home, wives build home. Differentiate between
anytime you find out that the attitude of a man who is married to a woman is causing a stir in their nets as a home, then a woman has left her principal duty as a wife and she's operating as a woman.
As a woman, okay.
And it's easy for you to switch and become a woman. Some do to gain what they want. Some do to cause a stir. Some do to make others feel their presence. But I want everybody who has made a decision to marry to learn how to be a wife and be careful that your attitude doesn't make you a woman. Because if it happens, the home will not be habitable for the man who has built a house.
Counselor, agreed. But there are things we do to spice up.
Good.
If on a normal front, you post friends and write lovely messages underneath, express how grateful you are to them as being friends with them, colleague workers, a man in a womb. What prevents a husband to do same at least once be for a wife or Onua a warrior when I dream on your done. What prevents a husband
there
from doing that?
There are a lot of women in the life of men, and regularly I keep saying that one of the things we don't know, or we are pretending not to know, is that in the life of every man, there are a lot of women. But there's only one woman that is advertised, can be advertised, can be talked about. Your mom. Whether you talk about your mom or not, everybody knows that you're born by a woman. Yeah. So there's a woman in your life. You have a sister, it's a sibling. Everybody knows this is your sister. She's a woman. Now, you have a girlfriend. A girlfriend. Everybody knows this is your friend. It's likely you can talk about my friend. You have a sex mate. She's not introducible. You can't introduce a sex mate.
Sex mate.
That is why people pretend to introduce sex mates as girlfriends. But don't be happy when you have opportunity to be introduced as a girlfriend whilst you are a sex mate. You are not supposed to be introduced. You are hidden. A side chick, that is part of every marriage because they are ordained by God and the grace to be there. If you don't have a side chick now, it doesn't mean that you are the holiest person or your marriage is the best. And there is no side chick that can break any marriage. I mean, I hear people saying that once a side chick comes, it comes to destroy marriage. No. And there's no prayer of a wife that can affect any side chick. Because the presence of a side chick is because there's a wife. So they are part of the marriage. But we can't introduce them. Baby mamas cannot be introduced. But by virtue of the children they have with people, immediately they have a certain form of introduction because it's there. But by legal tenets, by family liberty, by traditional processes and social acceptance, a wife can be introduced. So introducing a wife is not a crime, because one of the things that a woman shies away from is when she has not, in quote, been officially handed over to a man and the man professes her to be what she wished not to be or she wished to be. So uni obitna na mon trasa na afide ya jatumu se omde omawari eni o oba bia ni njisa oba bia ni njisa ofro bi se mikunu a onye ne ho ade eso oba bia ye bo ma wade nana ya Felicia Sapoyo Tago omunyina enye adwuma nti ne ye bo won ma wade na esan se omudom ebusua eka nipa ho omudom baabi ebi papa no mu ni awo ye wo oba ba akopɛ ono pɛ no ba nko an ya wo nti no omo ye adwuma te se Rachel e wo Bible mu ma yeti asese na Laban oni ma wo nti wo ma mienu ba ko de Leah na ne ho otan na ba ko de Rachel ne ho ofe e no ma ne ho kwan so onhwe nwan hwa enye emadwuma. But no ni bema. Ono ne die odi kan, oba odi kan hwe nwan a obi anhwe bionta. Nanso no ni ba bema, so oni ma wo. Bema oni ma wo so say heaven wo ho pa na wo manko a wo ko heaven. Esi ye hia wo. Oh. Counsellor. Atwi, me chia George Kwe. De me Canada na atwi ana. Oh. So obi anim say ntwi mi. Aha. Eto bema oni ma wo ni de wo bema no a wo ba. E na wo tie mi sesie, wo betimi de mi ato nchia. Se wo manko na wontwa wo de embe man so ntwa wo emma na twa wo sanso menya mani posa na yade bi nti ba yiri si on wo bio menu nje se men wo bio se wa wo manko na pabusu nto aso de a from 0277 609 644 mema wo be ma 0277 609 644 wo be ma no oba ye from gender chatter ejuma me ye no opa phobia wo fa ne bra. And you will come and testify here. I am a gender chatter by science, and I can pull out the boys and the girls for you. I'm telling you on the biggest FM station. It's my work I do. Market. Munchana munchende. Opeso wo bema. Opeso wo ba. Wa wo mankwa. Opeso wo bema. Bra Counsellor Lutterodt. Me say. Me no yire na. Eze no ho nya me fesa. Ba me say obewo. Bema na ma. Na watu abusuan so se bema na tu abusuan so oba ntu abusuan so ye nka so oba anye nipa oba na ye incubator nyankopon fa no so ma enipa eba asase so ba oba ntu abusuan so esan se ye wo a bema ehunsuo eni ni moja ene wa abofra mu oba hwe eni abofra mu. There are times you only have resemblance. Eti na paternity yenye maternity test. Eti me kase ekoba ne saade a yenti ye ho asese obeme bi a waware no owo ho kwan se ode ne yere ekire mra ema ho kwan.
So sembra ma ho kwanza, what means can he do that?
By making sure that everybody knows you are my wife. Not everybody. You know you are my wife and you have not been divorced.
That's all.
So you can advertise yourself.
That's all.
That's all. Because the first thing I did was to advertise you by marrying you in public. There's nothing, there is no law. There is no law that pushes me to tell everybody who my wife is.
Of course, there is no law. Agreed.
There is no social contract that puts pressure on me to advertise my wife. And there is no law that bans my wife from advertising herself as Mrs. Lutterodt. There's no law.
But counselor, if there is no law, agreed, is it wrong for a husband to do what the wife, as per what we have heard her say, no, do, and is it wrong?
It's a yes and a no.
So what would you advise the husband to do?
Have you seen my wife before?
No.
Why?
Maybe I've not. There's opportunity in my.
Thank you. Does it mean I'm not married?
You are. I know you are.
My wife is still married to me. If I divorce her, I am not an obligation to announce. However, by law, when you divorce, you're supposed to pick a notice because of the certificate.
Yes.
So marriage is a notice for the public to know that I am married. Divorce is a notice for the public to know I am married. But there's nothing that shows that constantly advertise your wife. I choose to do it or not. Number two, I say yes and then no. And I'm going to explain myself.
Okay.
I'll give you a practical example of a problem that I'm facing that I've not been able to deal with it. Me of all people. So about 8 or less years, media general, they have to be grateful to me because I was part of the dream makers that established their new radio station, 3FM. Johnny Hughes and the team.
Yeah.
I was very instrumental. The same way like New Day. If anybody will check the records of New Day,
Oh, I remember.
they are high viewership today is Counsellor Lutterodt.
Yeah.
I've paid my dues and I'm still paying. The same like multimedia. I don't know which station will be ungrateful to me. GH1, they should check their system. So I think that during those times, Johnny Hughes has a relationship with my wife because me and Johnny Hughes are family.
Okay.
We are family. So by that virtue, he has a relationship with my wife. So I was working with my wife and I drop her in the morning to go to work. It was my birthday. And that day she does a lot for me. She does a lot of surprises for my wife. That's what my wife does. But one and I'm okay with it because you're not woman. Me, I don't get why my wife doesn't say anything to my baby. I don't get why because you're not woman. No. It's none of my business. My wife doesn't say happy birthday.
And you know, until woman media one year, you have a problem with it.
My mother on my birthday, I look for my mother. I don't wait for her to look for me. I go and thank her to bless me and ask her what happened when you were delivering me. I mean, no, it is you now. You want to, those who here want to wish is okay. If my wife doesn't give me a gift, are you okay? On fa. And by force. Oh, I'm woman. I mean, I'm my birthday and I'm celebrating me home. So I don't have a problem. But, me yeah, and my birthday Friday torso. Yeah, day. Me what jam say, hey, boy. Send an microphone. Any one of my sweetest friend, this woman, she's at immigration of Josephine. And my wife, very close, the two of them. They planned to surprise me at the studio. My wife was pregnant. But within the arrangement, she was supposed to just come and give them the cake with my friend. Because my friend too was in uniform. Immigration uniform don't appear on TV or on social media. So they all knew, say, in the office or head office, say, on the cake in the buy plan when you know surprise. And this is a wife surprising a husband. It's accepted. Not a boyfriend surprising Felicia on TV. Jimmy Benono.
Counsellor, yanko, odi me stay in.
Say a tiano. No be abre Felicia. Birthday present say any boy see en fambreno. Obe judgment. Metan any man judgment. I say young for boyfriend girlfriend and to bedroom.
I didn't know what happened. Felicia all day.
Say me wale na kamere ho. E ade da ho ya kan to ma kan radio so. This is man be pa me cho. Tie,
Counsellor me ba.
I will be some need you one.
Debbie, me misa se we need you.
Ade na kame jana men to na kwei opodudu abeji ade.
Me bisa se we yere no.
Ah sorry ba.
Our na woni we our one man one match de na na ifie no.
One man one machete, destroy the one machete and go for many.
So what's over worry Felicia? Obey any day.
And if I want me a bushani.
Na didn't know be catch.
Say me ma wati ase say when you woman you are doing fiso. Man be dija. Tie.
Me tie.
Etie wa na hey happy birthday near the KKP on set at 3FM. Then without the plan they put the camera on my wife in her pregnancy.
Say.
And it captured my friend in her uniform. As for 3FM and Johnny Hughes, they thought it's one of them. She didn't want to create anything. Then they gave her a microphone to ask her questions. Till today, my wife is demanding that I find a way to take it out of YouTube.
Wow.
My wife is very beautiful. Even in pregnancy, if you see my wife, you see that I don't make mistake. That's why I don't associate with ugly people. I mean, when you're ugly, I don't like you. Naturally, I am a Rachel person. I don't like layers. I support them to change their status. So it's not say be a 90 year now she's not presentable, but she was not happy. She went through that deal with a pregnancy. So she's never been happy about it till today. But the content is there. I go and watch it. It's making the views. But a lot of people don't really see her well. Say this is my wife because I don't sell her out there. So this is one side that she's not for it, but she's coming to the limelight. Now, I remember Efia Schwarzenegger had an issue for me, not with me. I've never had an issue with Efia Schwarzenegger before.
But she
has an issue for me. During the ordeal with Abrakwa, Meshias in the mood, so whatever. And I made a statement she didn't understand. Then she decided to attack my wife. Unfortunately, she was looking at my wife's picture. She didn't get it. Then she went for somebody I was blessing the marriage. I'm gazetted and ordained.
Yeah.
So when we finish in my clerical and the gown, we took a picture. She posted that picture constantly. Constantly. And people took that picture as my wife's picture. I never defended. All I did was to tell that person, unfortunately, after the wedding, you posted it. And that's why Obianya or the but allow Efia, she's one of my people. And I silence it there. So I don't hate my wife, but it is a standard of practice not to post her. One, because they are human beings who act. They are human beings who act. They are human beings who act
like
animals. Example, Agrada.
Oh,
I'll tell you why.
Counsellor.
Agrada, every opportunity she will have, will want to insult me. I've not done anything to her. And I don't talk about her matters. When issue comes on board, I have the right to address it. She can't stop me from addressing issues.
But there are issues that borders on her person.
Once it's in a public space, like my case in public space, and family but to insult me every time she hears, Agrada can't say, "I sorry dying now or Timunu or Tomani Kunu."
Yeah.
Onya na drink say okowura. Ni kunu na ma. Ena amba wa to etua de. Okum. Ene ye share ne kola. Ena oja konfosem na kom. Enti se me ka se asori dan na frɛ no.
Enye nyame na frɛ.
Me ka se nyame me se me gidi se asori dan na frɛ no.
Won kan bibia nto aso.
Na se ne nyame adoma beto no so a minima maka bone. But get away kon ho a odi matem poto. every time she has opportunity. So, if Agrada will have my wife's pictures around, she will want to move on Siama from that their conception straight to come and insult my wife. Yeah. My wife has not done anything. Zandi Kamel, only Meire, Eddie Meira terms so she made this America Tilo to Oloto Kios. Oh, she added that only in the picture because I don't flaunt her. I am a tight security person because this country, I team me personally, say anybody who has come through the counseling fraternity has gone under the search investigation looking for scandal for. Apart from me, I want anybody to say it. Charlotte Odru, she's not gone through anything. So you listen to this side of my life. Why will I want to be posting my wife? And posting my wife doesn't mean that she's Mrs. Lutterodt. Whether I post her, I don't post her. She's Mrs. Lutterodt. It is church that mistakenly is pushing my wife out because Pastor Nidini. Even that, I frown on it. Me a birthday party, sorry. Media phone by and the mic shanano. Tia me like me bubu the phone. What do you mean? I am your content. Ask me questions. Don't ask my wife. So the fact that I don't post her, the fact I have never stopped my wife from posting me on her page. She can do it. I don't care. But she knows the consequences. She knows the implications. So if this is what she wants, post me, write about me, what will you get? I use my wife for example because it is my friends have come from the US. We are sitting with my wife. Yeah, didn't come on. I'm go back to US. They didn't know they spoke to my wife. I've sat in the car with my wife many times. And some people, I believe they are sensible. I introduce my wife to them. They will go and come back and come and meet somebody else in my car and ask me, hey, is that Mrs. Lutterodt? And I get very offended because when I was introducing my wife, you didn't capture it. Yeah. And that embarrasses whoever is in my car. So we see, post to me. What do me? Who post to me? When we post me, it's security. And if a man can talk about you in public, it means that he cannot do anything. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
Counselor, you've explained your situation where lots of people fall within that situation.
Yeah.
What about the other situation?
Which is?
Where security and your omo in code, big deal.
Thank you. When you talk about security, maybe you are thinking far, but what is security?
No, I'm not.
Let me give you an example. My children's school, I decided to be going for their PTA. I went for 1, I went for 2, then I stopped because I became a threat to the whole school. I changed the children's school and I've never gone to their PTA. Can you imagine I was in a barbering shop, then somebody came, Counselor, me balling a school back home, and at the other barbering shop. Ekrofo time you. Me nyo mo hwi you, me ndi obi ade o. Et obi hia me otumi kidnap me ba. I don't feel secure. Baby amete. Me nde fie ba ho. Where do you live? Tema seso.
Yeah.
Ho na me da. And last time because the situation we are in, our border security is not very tight. CCTV cameras cannot capture people and arrest them. Our thumbprint is not functionable. So people are being killed.
Yeah.
Fennec, nobody knows. By EcoBank woman, nobody knows.
Just last 3 days.
Are you?
Big lecturer in Winneba.
We don't know. The honorable, we don't know.
Yeah.
As I walk, I don't advertise my wife. If I'm at the program with my wife and you know her, fine, but you won't get me. If I go for a program and they give me ticket with a VIP, my wife sits there and I sit in the ordinary. I don't even sit in the same car to travel with my wife. You know why? I learned from what's the name? Maras Moreau. That young, talented, wisdom-filled that preacher. Only you didn't come to call the same. They can't ban. So kasa bisuro family ho. Me ti kuro mata that's why in the birthday. And I usually go phone na tena one flight me go come say. Me see play issue for my nyam for mo come because Ghana business. So be ko kuma say me ni na tu kwan me te car ba ko ono afa flight ma fa car. Ye nyina ye nkodu jojo. Ehu hia mpo amene ne nko. Otwe anko na ho mako. So there are too many things that we think for the safety and the longevity of our lives. However, there are people that want to be posted. Now hear me. When your husband is on top and he begins to post you, he puts pressure on you. Can you face the pressure in this dispensation of social media? Won't try without makeup. You want crophobia on people when you know whom I am sure because I'm in mashi. And you be no me minim do be bray up chemicals now. Ya di bray one for making up on TV no. I say I'm but for TV and light. Obviously, they be Michelle spectacles because the rays of the light are disturbing my eyes, and I want to be in this business for long. So I decided to cover it by use a very nice, expensive glass to wear on it.
Obi sene dia now what can I say?
They say what they playing.
Maybe they are playing.
Say a lens. And your life. And I kwaba kuno podo do na last time oba a ye na se no a ye bempo. Ochina your bofo ye. Ye yanko asembesi. Monko ye ni mama wife me da mo ase. Dia me kan.
Reverend obofo ye ni ochina.
Ochina ni mama ye ni ochina o.
Where is it? Kumasi.
Where fi bro no be Kumasi obi e mi se ochina Kumasi ye bia nkoso bi o. Ye ba ko pe.
Obofo.
E your bofo maami eye na ye na ochina. Ochina sati de be pipe se bibi. All roads leads to Kumasi. Wa one baby bia ye nipa bone. Ye ton safro bia. Agrada abra ehia o. Tie, dia me chia ne se. Eti obi si obi post no. Na ni buafu a wife has a right to be posted. As for the rest you mentioned, forget about them.
A wife has the right to be posted.
It is only a legitimate, legal, traditionally acceptable person that can be posted on your page. That can be talked about. I spoke about my wife because she is legally married to me. So me can ask him. But sapo you mom pranum tago no ma ye show se be ye Felicia ma ye de ani to mum so na ya no ye post one because it's a general thing ye post but not with any sentiment or any right to it was. And they have the right to say delete my picture. I posted somebody picture but says no, Counsellor me delete it. And I deleted it. So say I'm post picture and say, can you send me a picture to be posted for you? Because what picture be ha. Be am fe, but no person because social media. If you shwas nigga, me am nipa. Or picture be a throwback or to your chair. And you know, on one post to you.
Crown.
No makeup picture be a chair.
The usher crown.
A chair. Now so be able for no go di efiatema. Sa no go yideba. So me chop be afo say, be too be afo say. Don't do no makeup day. Member you when him nchire because that should be obi be yi at your how. And you posting your loved one, you say send and sister AK and my husband is not posting me. Can't you post yourself? Sister, if your husband is nobody and you come out and start showing out, they bring your husband in the picture. And I just say they be a shirt back on. Now what time? Now so sorry they be a shepherd to social media. Copy BB. Then you open yourself to this roof rats and collect your mumbu there with 5 pesos gigabyte. How much free data? Yet be do attempt am I pass mama. Why do you want to put yourself in that place? Just of mommy numpo.
Yeah.
One who said Duncan Williams' wife, you're posting it there. But who offer or I want this will be that woman is so rich, so influential. Yen yedi en ho agim yen ja wo. So mommy you send the audio yeah. Okay, and my husband doesn't post me and then adwinti your cancer. Anytime a woman is complaining and she added it. And obi fufro ya dia no posting. Why do wives want to compare themselves to side chick, girlfriends, co-workers? Are you part of them?
Is she insecure?
She has a mental problem.
Really?
Her insecurity is a mental thing. One body or the to as when son say nyama na okani nyina na e onu nasem. Dey bia bisa say me phone da ho na bema me yire kofa na okrake password na okohu message na osu a den na me nyamboa no wala kofa ba
chiro ho.
So ade na wo fifie phone na so peden on post to birthday enti den. Why do you want everybody to know that you are married to him? Now when you're done. And why do you go to his timelines to look for one we're supposed to? And some don't have the respect. Who to be do for my ebisa say? Etienne wa hwe. Obi ase anya obi bia. Now what sure they nice. There are things we write on the people's post that they send to us to write. It's not because we want to write. And there are some flirtation. Flirting is part of life.
But counselor, we are a married person. Now, Ubia send a message amount. Say, oh, post this picture on your timeline for me.
Yes.
You can please add this message.
Yes.
In principle, you are responsible for that message.
Thank you.
So
I know I know what problem can come. I know that I'm not married to a mad woman, but if my mad woman begins to bark like a dog, then I know that the evidence of the madness just came out, because nobody is taking your husband. Nobody. The way I store names on my phone is the way I can remember.
Yeah.
So if I say love 1, love 2, love 3, it is not any problem. It's my personal phone. The same when I go and store goat, sheep, I'm a comb.
You have them on your phone?
Yes, I'm a comb.
Which year I'm a comb?
There be or I'm a comb, mammy.
Oh,
and our phone, ya my right say yemfa enyum ento obia so. Me to me ma no kwane ringatone. Odo ye we post me. Enfamente tente enti ofre me a enfamente na ebo. Eyo ringato. I want us to understand it. Don't allow social media to break the banks of your marriage. Our mothers were not posted, but they were able to stay married for so long. What is happening to this our sick vacuum mentality generation?
You think social media, no? Some are making it a problem in their marriage. I
love the word. They are making it, but it is not. And social media knows this is what we want. So you see what they are doing right now?
They give you different...
I just saw something this morning, an app. It's your partner cheating on you. Download these app. And you will know whatever he's doing.
Where she is. That way so...
Meg Jimmy.
That way so...
Masa me sorry and permit half year me ya. Bills are abandoned. They say bosumi ewu. Unless you are not a responsible man.
Got bills to pay.
When the man comes to an end, when your boss is planning to pay you, that same time you are planning to settle necessary and unnecessary bills. Where is the love? And you didn't kiss me before leaving the house. And when I was leaving, you didn't say anything to me. Sister, where time where
you're wrap it up.
So you see, this posting thing, and on posting me, and a Juma for no posting, and another for 4, obi ya was sorry. No, there are even pastors who are foolishly jealous and witches over their wives. Pastor bin ne yire kon ye pa say ne yire I say odi ni birthday ne yire post no. But so for odi ni birthday no.
You post no.
I mean, so me a DP. The DP I use for every month is a spiritual DP and a protection. Because titino ye nyu. Yan titino. O pe picture de akoya ade e wo awon ho anadinsi ni ho a. Oko hu photographer no. Now I should say negative need that one print ama. And then any ho sa. If I want Felicia says picture, I don't go to her camera woman. I go to a page right now. I can have a lot of pictures, and once your picture is there, it can be used. So I protect my picture spiritually because I can use your picture to do good. That anybody can use it. So if you come to my DP, the pictures I put there, they are altars. That's how I call it. So if I give my wife a picture to put on her DP, it is just to protect the family because a can't coming. But she can choose to use it or not. And to be imposed to her, there's a good side. And there is the bad side. Sister, you are worried because she's not posting because bia team. Bia cheating mentality be about team. Bia also be betma ji ukunu omusem. Also be betma ji you. If you have all these things in your life, I want to encourage you to seek for help. Seek for help. Hwe na wanko nyane efun bi a wawu dada. Don't go and wake up dead things. Because this thing can wake up a lot of dead things.
They will come haunting you.
Misrao, Bema won't post to you. Mensada mensayem anope ewonua. Station as a sia anope bia Friday. Obi etie de born weekend bra. Post to you this sia. Na be post to men post picture ya ofe. Friend bi san sell. On him bacho de when I mean post to pick it 3. Now wa pictures are the mommy. Wa wo hwa we post to. Wo be say post me picture. Mami ko e photo shoot. So no emu o post no dia na o use filter. You see we the filter. With me share yire picture wo couldn't say Charlie your wife in face be like D-word. Smooth.
D-word.
Onim say photo no so.
Ya filter the camera.
Abra for ye kunu mu ye ne hu. E ma na hu e try that ye sere ho a e ye kuru kese. Yes ne hu omo nen so ben some people make up ofia. Enti awade in that form. Don't allow post me, write about me. And the final one I'll say is wives and husbands should be careful. A friend of mine, one in the kunun tokwa bisiene, a yade bi ani krube hu bi a insulting, incriminating. No a copy no a senya manere. And amun tokwa ni sha you. But ni kunun ni nyama downfall. It means between 24. But they be on nobody catch him say what my husband is doing to me is creating a big hole between the two of us. Oh, who be ti say maka bibi na enko yie mana na wakate no asend ya man. Or corner AI can kwasi asem to know a cheating husband. It is by listening to his voice every night at 1 p.m. AI natural no asend ya man. A word to a wise.
It's enough.
It's enough. 0277
0277
609 644. Hey, Aisha Modi. It is saying.
Hey,
Aisha ba Aisha ba. Oba mi page no so.
Sao.
E se ni nua keto bia wu.
Yes.
Aisha Kafra. Osu sama mbisa say aden. Osu man hu ye me hi so osu.
Me Aisha ye.
Osu. Ena su a wosu no. Wesu sam wa people ni makeup nyina. O che bi obi akofa sa video ya be hayen. Ye bo ho ban. Aisha Modi. Kek benan ko wa wi. Call for ke for makeup me. Cry in makeup. Aisha. Me chiao. Me anam kai. Me o kam ye yi. Say ye moja. 0277.
0277.
Abusafo nyama so ko kabi.
Me.
609.
609. So woni enim na me enim me.
64. O say 0277.
0277.
609.
644. 644.
Yenya butre wa wade mu. Ukuna post to birthday a. Enye problem. By how there one kasa ko ni page no so. Ne post wo ho. Na sem sia. Ubepe kwan.
Thank you. He is called Counsellor Lutterodt, Reverend Cyril Lutterodt, Counselor Extraordinaire. And the number was that to go 0277 Counselor Yonko
644 0277 609 644.
And mine is Henry Eliud Yankee. I did this with my big sis Nana Yabrefo Danso. Production team led by Nana Kwame Opoku Obin, Lois Dogbe, production assistant Auntie Sandra. And they push you onto the Facebook page. DJ Bakayoko on the turntable. Up next, Felicia Ose. Oh, Philly.
Your friend free share.
Free. Oh, Debbie.
Obi a friend Felicia be a free share.
Debbie. Oh, Counselor. Let's do this, God willing, some other time. To meet again. Please do good wherever you find yourself. Henry, I'm out.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,